The Ecto-1, also known as the Ectomobile, is a car that seems out of place in a game about acrobatic rocket cars. However, it's also undeniably awesome. In this video, we'll talk about 3 things, including the customization options and restrictions, the car in the garage and on the field, and the hitbox. Then, at the end of the video, I'll give you my honest thoughts on the car. In terms of customization, this car is extremely bad. It's actually identical to the customization on the Jurassic World Jeep Wrangler. Let's go through it all together. You can fully customize only 3 things on this car: the boost, trail, and goal explosion. One thing to note about the goal explosion is that on the Ecto-1, you can use the T-Rex goal explosion, but you can't use any of the Batman goal explosions. You can partially customize one item, the paint color. As with the Jeep Wrangler, you can only toggle between blue and orange team colors. You can't choose from the usual palette of colors on the Ecto-1. And you cannot customize these items at all: the decal, paint finish, wheels, topper, antenna, and engine audio. The only other thing to note about customization restrictions is that, similar to the Fast and Furious cars that allow you to use their wheels on other cars, you can use the Ecto-1 wheels on your non-licensed cars like your Octane. Additionally, if you buy the Stay Puft Goal Explosion that is often released alongside the Ecto-1, you can also use this on your non-licensed cars like your Octane. And actually, it can be used on your Batmobiles too. Here's how the Ecto-1 looks in the garage. Here's the unique boost animation. Here's a full demo of the engine audio. And here's a quick demo of the car on the field. Okay, before we talk about the hitbox, I want to give a huge thank you to MarKoss for giving me access to the Ecto-1 to make this video. MarKoss has a YouTube channel where he posts daily updates on every single item in the item shop, as well as news and other Rocket League content. Check out his channel linked in the video description. Also, if you want to be a more active member of the Mogz community, as well as hang out with me and other Mogz viewers, come join my Discord server. The details are on screen and in the video description. The Ecto-1 has a Dominus hitbox, and I actually think the hitbox on this car is generally pretty good. However, it has one massive problem that to me makes it unusable. Let's go through it from all the different angles. First up, the front of the hitbox is actually really good. As you can see, the front of the car sits slightly outside the hitbox. It's very similar to even the Dominus itself in this area. And it's much better than other licensed cars like the Formula 1 car and the Lamborghini. The top of the hitbox is unfortunately where this hitbox totally falls apart. As you can see, the rack on the top of the roof sits really far outside the hitbox, which means the top of the Ecto-1 is basically the same as the Jeep Wrangler. And it suffers from the same problem. When you're driving the car around, you can't see the front of your car. It's totally blocked by the roof rack, and this is a really big problem. The sides of the hitbox are also not great, but also I think this is not an important area. The car doesn't feel small on the field, so let's just ignore this. The back of the hitbox is quite good. But again, this is not an important area. In fact, to me, it's probably the least important area. One thing I want to say about this car is that if we had a version of the car without this rack on top, the hitbox would actually be extremely good, maybe one of the best in the game. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. But whilst I doubt that we will get this car in the game, I think it'd be good if we could at least remove the rack. Maybe they could make the rack a topper, so we could take it off and improve the hitbox. Anyway, my score out of 10 for the Ecto-1's hitbox as it is right now is unfortunately 4 out of 10. The top makes it almost unusable. So my honest opinion on this car is a bit of a mixed bag. This car is undeniably cool. It's from one of my favorite movies when I was a child, and I'm really glad that it is in Rocket League. In the time that I spent with this car, I did enjoy driving it around in free play. And I enjoyed using it in casual matches. However, I was never game enough to try it in a competitive match, because it just doesn't feel like an acrobatic car at all. It didn't give me any confidence that I could play really well with it. Some of that was just feeling, but some of it was the fact that the hitbox on the top is really bad. You can't see the front of your car, which means you can't really have confidence that you're hitting the ball where you think you're going to hit it. So would I recommend this car to players who are looking for a car to use seriously in competitive play? No, obviously I wouldn't. But if you want a car to use in casuals, just to have fun with and to enjoy the appearance of and the aesthetic of, then yeah, I mean, it's a really cool car. It's awesome looking, it's got flashing lights on the back, and the back doors open every time you boost. It's awesome, it's totally unique. And also the engine audio I quite liked. I thought it had a really natural engine sound to it, and it wasn't annoying at all. Also, the total lack of customization, I mean, similarly to the Batmobiles and the DeLorean, I don't really mind the fact that you can't customize it much. I'm really glad that you can customize the boost and the trail, which sets it apart from the Batmobiles. However, I don't like the fact that you can't change the paint color at all. I think this is a really strange restriction, and doesn't really make sense for the Ecto-1. But anyway, those are all my thoughts on the Ecto-1. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you like this car? Are you planning to pick it up? Or are you going to give this one a miss? Let me know down in the comments. And if you do decide to pick it up, please consider using the MOGZRL creator code on screen now. Using this code really helps to support the channel, and I massively appreciate anyone who uses it. And like the video if you liked it, dislike it if not, subscribe for more videos like this as well as a whole bunch of other Rocket League content. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.